All right, welcome back. We are on video 4 of 4 in creating your first floor plan. We're making a bathroom. So if you are starting new, maybe it's been a day since you've worked on this and you've closed it, you can go back into SketchUp. Remember, we just went in through our bookmarks bar, opened it up, and then we could open up a brand new, actually not a new, but if I want to open this up, it'll open me up into SketchUp. I believe it'll keep you logged in since you're on your own Chromebook. But once you're back in, here is my bathroom. You'll notice it shows up like this. I've been working on a few of these, but here's our bathroom, BK5. Remember, we named it correctly. We can go ahead and open that one. I'm just going to double click, and we are open and ready to go again. I'm going to shift it on my screen a bit, so hold my shift button down, middle mouse button. I'm going to drag that over. All right. We are to the point of adding the final details to our sketch. Dimensions. If you remember when we sketched by hand, we added dimensions to our sketch, and we're going to do the same thing here in SketchUp. All right, so we're going to come over to our menu on the left-hand side, and we have the tape measure, but inside of that tape measure menu, there's one that's called dimensions. Let's start with a simple one. We're going to put dimensions on all four sides, but we want to find a point and just drag that out. So click the beginning point, click the end point, and drag it out. That tells me that I've got an 8-foot wall. Okay, let's do the same thing up here. Point to make sure I zoom in so I get the point to the corner of the room. And those are pretty simple. I always like to start with my overall dimensions. So we'll start with the height. We'll get that point and that point, drag it out, and that should be 7. We're going to pull this out a little bit further because we want to be able to show the dimensions of the door and how far the door is from the wall. Do the same thing over here. Still in our dimension tool, beginning point, zoom in, end point. We'll drag that out again, leaving a little extra room there because we want to put our smaller dimensions for our window inside of that. All right. To dimension these, here's where we want to start here. Start with your inside wall. Remember, we've been starting elsewhere. Let's start right here, inside corner to the inside corner of your window. Drag it out, and if you remember, that should be the same as the 20 inches that we had placed that guideline on early on when we started. Then another one from the beginning of the window to the other side of the window. Drag it out. There it is, a 2-foot window. So there's really nothing very hard on this one. It's just taking the work that you've already done and it's putting the final details on it. So again, edge of the window to the edge of the wall, drag it out, and those should be nice even numbers. Remember, these 3 all add up to the 7 feet. Let's do the same thing over here. Point to the point of the door opening to door opening. Remember, we made a 2-foot 6-inch door. There it is. And that point of the door to the corner of our room. We always like to have these line up. See how neat that looks when those line up? And we can just go ahead and drag this one in a little bit so it looks a little neat and tidy. Do the same thing over here. And we can turn that dimension tool off with our select tool. Okay, almost done. We want to put a couple notes on because these just look like rectangles, don't they? There's not a whole lot going on with that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pan that up a little bit because I want to have this right in the center of my screen. We're going to come down here right where we found the dimension tool. There is a text tool right there. It's called the text tool. We'll click on that to turn them on. We're going to click up inside of this. We're going to label our vanity so we know exactly what that's supposed to represent. So we'll click once, click twice. We get a little box up here. We're going to backspace. backspace, and we're going to put in the size of that vanity, 18 inches by 3 foot hyphen 6 inch vanity. That's basically what we call countertops in the architectural world. It's a vanity. We'll go ahead and pan ourselves down. We've still got our tool on, so we can just jump up here to our linen closet. So click once, click twice, gets our input box. We're going to call this a 3 foot by 2 foot hyphen 6 inch, and I'm going to hit return because I want a line right below it, linen closet. And if we just click in the blue space, just like that, we have labeled our linen closet. So with that, we are pretty much done with our sketch. One last thing we're going to add to this, we're going to use the text tool, which I believe we have inside of here. Text tool, and we're just going to put Mr. K's bathroom. I want you to use your name, of course. We'll put that on the top, and we'll put that right there. We can zoom out a bit, and I'll pan up. Just like that, you have completed your first project, complete with a title on it. We go ahead and save that. And then you'll submit this to me in Schoology, and we'll take one more video to show you how to do that. So go ahead and put dimensions all the way around, add your notes on the vanity and on the linen closet. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.